Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals will take over here, first and 10.
Hey, we gotta go score. Let's go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. The ball comes out. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 26 yards. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Nwagu now from his end zone. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, 34 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Vikings 7, Bengals 6.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Cousins on 3rd and 2.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Bengals grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
That is caught by Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 22, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
Now a throw caught by one of their linemen.
And he's going to have a first down as he dives at the end to try to get as much as he can. 18 yards on the pickup there. And the Vikings are going to have it now first and goal.
Cook is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. To throw, Cousins. And he is going to lose yardage here. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Here's Cousins. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen, and they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, first and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Here we go.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first and 10, Cousins.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now Burrow on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up, but in this case he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and it bumps their lead up even further.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Cousins from the gun on third.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay a 12-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Trying to lay one up deep. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Mixon on the toss right. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far, because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, by a few inches. That'll be a first down. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Joseph on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score. Bengals 26, Vikings 21.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. Burrow will throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And Burrow going to throw again. And that is incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it?
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They'll get this to about the 38.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 38, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2nd down at 4. Here's Cook again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Cousins to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now the Bengals will again line up to go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Open man is Higgins.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 3rd down, Mixon. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So this one in the win column now for the